think you're tough? I've dealt with dozens that are tougher. It's my business to provide for people like you.
A secure vault makes for a...
There's the hero who freed the researchers from the Library of Dusk. Well done, friend.
A secure vault makes...
I left my family back in Windhelm to come here.
Your troops grow weak, Tharg.
Another mortal
The worm
happens
cult isn't
by.
what it once was, and this mage isn't going to change that.
You throw peasants at me, Estri. Confuse weakness with boredom. My mage will do just fine.
Believe what you will. When I am victorious and you grovel before me, I will remind you of this moment and how wrong you were.
You two bicker like a couple of married old lords. You didn't even notice the new arrival.
Another one? Where do they all come from? I swear they pop up like rabbits.
This one is different, special. I think this one will make a good addition to my team.
Why have you wandered into the cliffs of failure, mortal? Are you curious as to what you must face here? Do you wonder why we haven't destroyed you? Or why these mages abound before us? I have answers, of course, if you are willing to listen. The three standing beside me have either failed the Lord of Schemes in life, or become bound to him in death. Redemption calls to each of them, but to win back the Dark Lord's favor, they must first win my game. And no one has ever won my game. Why, these mages have joined the game. Sides have been drawn and tasks assigned. First, they each must perform a small deed for their new masters. If they survive that, then the fun begins. They can start killing each other. You are so nicely, but no. Once you begin the game, only victory or defeat can set you free. You, however, shall add an element of surprise and excitement to the game. Will you rush bravely into the fray, or will you turn and run like a coward? They are in the game now, below us. They fight for their lives, doing all they can to survive. I'll be curious to see if they make it past the first trial. So few do, you know. That portal will take you to the battleground. Find the mages there, if they haven't been eliminated yet. Be warned, once you enter the portal, you are committed to the game. Remember that. I don't abide cheaters or quitters. My master hates when his servants fail him. It breaks his heart. But he will forgive if they can prove they still have something to offer. Take these three. Failures, every one. But my master offers a chance. He allows them to compete in my game. The rules are simple. These three cannot participate in the game directly. They must use pawns to fight for them. In this case, the mages. If a chosen champion falls, so too falls the corresponding leader, and redemption slips from their grasp. You get to compete as well. Join a team and lead it to victory. Do this, and you can claim the prize that has thus far been unattainable. Freedom from my game. And I'll even sweeten the deal. Win, and you can take one of the mages with you.
This one is so sorry, Julene. I do this because I must. One of us has to make it out of here and get back to our mission.
Why, my dear friend? Why have you done this? You came with us to stop Molag Bal, didn't you? I'm sorry you got caught up in this stupid game, too. Well, take my life. Finish me. I refuse to participate in this travesty. Really? Well, your timing is terrible. Couldn't you have shown up before we started killing each other? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I'm just frustrated in myself. And a little in pain. Can you believe Mim stabbed me? Mim talked about a plan to get us out of this. Said we just needed to play along. But as soon as we got down here, the dark elf fled and the cat stabbed me. Said everything would be all right. Never trust a cat. Engulf selected me. The bastard who tried to destroy Glenumbra picks the Breton. Of all the arrogance and gall. I guess it doesn't matter now. He gave me these strange seeds. Said they'd help if I planted them. Engulf told me to plant the seeds in the corpses of the fallen. He seemed desperate, but there was also a kind of compassion in his eyes. Here, take them. I don't want them. You can perform this task. Maybe that will help us.
This woman will live. I have made sure of that. She is too valuable to lose so early in the contest. You may have accomplished her task, but I know she will help me in the end. For this reason, her life is not forfeit. Do not attempt to know my heart, mortal. Julian is pure. Unlike the rest of my army, she is not tainted by corruption. I need one such as her if I am to win this war. Serve the Lord of Schemes? Never again, mortal. I fight this battle to live, to reverse what I've become. This magic that made me like this hides in this realm, as does the magic to restore me. I want to become whole again. That's why I play this ridiculous game. Now leave me. These seeds have increased my forces and given me the numbers I need to win this war. That's all I required of you.
End this nightmare. One step, and it would all be over. No more worries. No more unpleasant options. I wouldn't have to hurt anyone. Just one single step. Help? No one can help us. We're already dead. Lost. Forgotten. More playthings for Molag Bal. We can't win this dreadful game. No one can. Why even bother trying? I couldn't even hold on to the one thing I needed to survive. It's useless. Either I fight for naught or I end it all, here and now. I refuse to play this game. I refuse to fight against my friends and allies. It's better this way. The shadow, the one Lady Estrie gave me, she said it would protect me. But when I refused to fight, to aid the shadow, it claimed I was unworthy. It said I wasn't fit to own such a fine shadow, and then my only chance to survive walked away. A new contestant arrives, peering out from cold, cold eyes. But what does this mean? Only the Shadow Court can glean. Choose wisely, or we shall see your demise. Realmus would not fiddle, and my loyalty must be bought with both rhyme and riddle. The Dark Elf is weak, and I refuse to be meek, so someone stronger I seek. Is it you I must ask for this one simple task? Find my lovely lady's carnival mask. A mask of beauty and style. It gives my lady powers of shadow and guile. It broke and fell at a party so swell, and now neither of us knows where it does dwell. So to this place I'm sent to seek, to repent, and to find where that pesky mask went. When the job is done, we can resume the fun, with the Dark Elf safe and unspoken. But finding the mask is no easy task, for its pieces are scattered and broken. I know the locations, I know your motivations, so listen well, with great expectations. 3 pieces to find, each of a kind. The first below the rock bridge, where the spiky vines live. The second one stays near where the river meets my gaze. And the third piece sits by the frozen giant's bits. So now we are intertwined. Find the broken mask I seek, or your outlook is bleak. Remember my clues, for they'll lead you true, without lies or ruse. 3 pieces to find, each of a kind. The first below the rock bridge, where the spiky vines live. The second one stays near where the river meets my gaze. And the third one sits by the frozen giant's bits. So now we are intertwined.
Circle around!
You see my court jester? Isn't he handsome? In life I knew him and other members of the Shadow Court. We worked together on more than one occasion. Doesn't he dance like a Daedra? Oh, but you must be wondering why I'm here to greet ye. What? Can't you read my mind? I tease, I tease. I came to thank you for the service you provided me. A service I didn't even ask you to do. Dark Elf here. Such a poor fellow. The things he considered doing to himself. Very sad. Direct and to the point. I can appreciate that. We have so much in common, you and I. I wanted you to know that you're exceeding the Observer's expectations. He thought you'd be dead by now. He certainly didn't expect you to run and save everyone. Because you need to decide soon. The Observer won't let you play the game much longer if you don't select a side. I invite you to join my team. We'd be perfect together. It makes perfect sense. That's why I'm so glad I thought of it.
Stay away from Mim. Don't make this one hurt you. Mim will win this game. Mim will beat everyone and get us out of here. All of us. Help! You can't help. We're stuck here, fighting to the death. No one gets out alive. That's just how the game works. Mim will kill them all, even the Observer. Then he'll have to let us out. He can't hold us here if he's dead. Mim needed to slow Julin down. She's hard-headed, ready to rush into battle at the smallest provocation. It may not seem like it, but Mim saved her life. What does it matter if this one can't figure out what to do with Thalec's stupid rune? He said it harnessed the power of the dead, whatever that means. Called it his death rune. It's dark magic, and Mim wants no part of it. Show Mim you actually want to help, and figure out what to do with the rune. Maybe we can use it against him. Thalek said to look for the runes on the ground. Some kind of circle. The moons take Mim if this one understood a word he said. You figure it out. Just don't make Mim regret this. This one is trusting you because you haven't attacked Mim yet.
So, you ended up with my rune. Interesting. You're either working with the cat or you killed him. I'd prefer the latter, of course, but perhaps that's just me. Still, there's a way for everyone to win today. The rune you carry is more powerful than you can imagine. If the cat knew its true potential, you would never have given it up. The power of the dead flows through the rune. Necromancy, some call it. But the rune serves another purpose as well. The death rune transforms you. Every death you deal in this form fills the rune. I intend to use the fully charged rune to escape this plane. Not even the Observer will be able to stop me. And I'll remember anyone who assisted me, of course. Use the rune within this circle and you will transform. Then the rune will absorb the essence of everything you slay. The more you kill, the stronger the rune becomes. Don't linger. The death rune's transformative power lasts only so long.
scent of death lingers about you. This one supposes you found a way to harness the true power of the rune, yes? Then our journey continues for a while longer. Watching our steps from here on out, yes? If you can still help my companions, Mim asks that you do so. We need to find a way out of this, together.
You make a mockery of my game, mortal. By all calculations, the mages should be dead by now. But no, they still live. I must say, however, that my game hasn't been this exciting in a long time. So I grant you the ultimate boon, the right to choose. You must pick a side in the game. There is no other option. The rules are built into the very fabric of this domain. The only way to save your mages is to follow the rules and win the game. Now, choose a side or leave the mages to their fate. So you believe. You must win the war first. Now, who will you choose? Angoth of the Rich, Thalik of the Worm Cult, or Lady Estri, the former Ultima Princess? You may speak to them once more before you make your decision.
The hero of the cliffs returns in triumph. I do hope you didn't get too disheveled down there. Fighting alongside the peasants can be rather unpleasant. They really are disgusting creatures. Of course I didn't mean them, silly. I meant Thalik's and the Vine Man's peasants. Zombies and skeletons, horrible creatures. Imagine resorting to the dead because the living won't help you. My soldiers, on the other hand, follow me willingly. Of course they do. I make sure that my peasants are well taken care of. I do my best to keep my forces in good spirits. That's what a good ruler does. I make a bad situation tolerable. It's the least I can do to ease their lot in life. Ah, you see right through me. I used to be a princess, you know. But I made a few bad deals and had some obnoxious brat disrupt my well-laid plans. Don't you hate when that happens? I don't mean to upset you. Just bad memories.
You descend a hole that only gets deeper and deeper. Unlike my opponents and I, you can still leave this place. Yet you linger, hoping that you can somehow save the mortals from the Mages Guild. How curious. Do I sense overconfidence or just plain stupidity? This isn't your fight. This isn't your war. Don't you understand it? We are here because we disappointed a Daedric prince. The very same one you came here to defeat. Why would someone such as yourself risk so much for the lives of others? You stand in a dragon's lair. The way is clear behind you, yet you insist on moving forward, provoking the dragon with every step you take. It's maddening to me.
You appear to enjoy the power I gave you. I too know how exhilarating the power of death and darkness can be. All this and more can be yours whenever you want it, if you join me in this campaign. Of course. What else is there? Power makes us happy. It lifts us up above the rabble. In life, I had such power that you wouldn't believe. It was foolish, though. I let it slip away. I misjudged the commitment of others. It was a simple miscalculation. But it brought my entire base of power to a grinding halt. I won't make that mistake again, though. I'll use my power to its fullest extent. No one will stop me.
You make a mock. You must pick a side. So you believe. You must win the war first. Angoff the Undying grows weaker. He doubts the choices he's made. Regret overwhelms him and pushes him to desperate measures. Are you sure you wish to side with one who carries such a debilitating burden? So you have chosen, so shall it be. Your allegiance has been pledged to Angoff of the Reach. You have chosen a side. Now understand that only one contestant can win this game. And as always, I can change the rules without warning in order to keep the contest exciting. Never! The game is sacrosanct, but I can alter the rules to keep the contestants guessing and to keep my own interest in the proceedings high. Report to the one you pledged your allegiance to. The game begins now.
We make many decisions in life that we truly believe are correct when we make them. This body, for example. It was a gift from the Lord of this realm. He said it would grant me the power to topple the corruption of Glenumbra. He lied. Look around, you fool. Would you open the cage of one prison simply to release them into another? This whole realm is a prison. No. There is no way to save your mages. We are all trapped here. Forever. The magic that created this body resides in this land. If I can win this game and escape these cliffs of failure, I hope to find its source. Help me win, and you can take Jolene with you. I simply seek a way to end this madness. Thalik and Estris champions must fall. Use my seeds. Plant them in the bodies of those you slay to gain new allies to aid you. It won't be easy, and you probably won't win. But you're the best chance I've had to end this since I got here.
selected someone other than my master. Move, now! Healer!
You beat one of the champions. Impressive. Now the game is finally getting interesting.
That's what he said.
Light it up!
promised you. You'll do this to us?
And so the last champion falls. Interesting. Find me at the entrance to my watch to receive your reward.
There you are. I've been looking for you. What in the 8 is going on? There was an awful commotion, and then Angoff disappeared. Really? I knew you could do it. Well, I mean, I didn't actually know you could do it, but I had a good feeling about you. Did you see the others? Relmus? Mim? I have to find them. We got into this together, and we're going to get out of here the same way. Where were you rushing off to, by the way? Oh, the reward. I'm pretty sure you don't want any part of whatever the Observer is offering. Just be careful up there, you hear me? I have a bad feeling about this.
Impressive, most impressive. No one in the history of my games has ever defeated 2 champions. But now, you must face one more challenge. Defeat my guardians and reach the portal to claim your reward. You have accomplished the impossible. Now for your true reward. Prepare to face
You
me.
won't face the Observer alone. We're in this together.
This contest is between your betters, mage. Off with you. I grow weary of your interference, mage. Begone. Annoying mage. Away with you. positively exciting. You have won the game that could not be won. You defied the laws of this realm. Oh, well done! Well done! Confounding, isn't it? Such is the way of things in Cold Harbor. A game goes on, and so there must always be a game master. Still, I am amazed that you managed to win the game. That should have been impossible. So, choose your reward. You won fair and square, so you may select one companion to take with you when you leave. Only one. The others must stay and continue to play the game until they can win for themselves. Now, are you ready to make your decision? As you wish, but don't take too long. I have a game to get back to. Once you've made your decision, talk to me again.
Leave me. You must take the others and go. That is your only option. Look at me. I'm a monster. I deserve my fate. The others, they did nothing wrong. You came here to save them, so finish what you started. It doesn't matter. You did what I could not. You won the game. Now, take the mages and get away from here before the Observer changes the rules again.
When you make your final decision, remember the reason we all came to this dreadful realm. You must select whoever you feel will best serve you in the battles ahead. Whatever you decide, I know it will be the correct choice. Angof's power is far greater than our own. You'll need someone of his caliber at your side to defeat Molag Bal. It just makes more sense to select Angof instead of us. Think with your mind and not your heart. Angof gives you the best chance for victory. We both know that. I wish there was another way. I wish we could all walk out of this together. But Nirn is more important than a trio of mages.
What is your decision? Because the balance of the game must be maintained. If you select Angof, then the mages take his place. If you choose the mages, Angof remains as a leader in the game. You are lucky that I agreed to provide this reward at all. Very well. The mages are yours. Angof will have the honor of continuing to play my game. Farewell, and thank you for such an excellent competition. You will not be allowed to participate again.
Thank you for choosing us. I believe that I would have selected Angof if I had been in your boots, but I'm not disappointed to be away from the Observer and his game. We'll head out at once. That was where we were trying to go when we got separated from the others. I wish Angof the best. He really wasn't that bad. I think somewhere, deep inside, he remembered what it was like to be human.
Yeah.
Thank you for choosing us. We'll head out at once.
Where in blazes is everyone? This should be the right spot. Stand back, vile beast, lest I slay you in no uncertain terms. Oh, it's you. Taking a stroll then, enjoying the beautiful countryside? And you're doing a smashing job of it. Jolly good. Wait a moment. Did you go through that portal? Did you meet the Observer? Jolly good. I've always wanted to play the Observer's game, but now that you've done it, I suppose there's no point, is there? I'm sure I'll find some other quest to occupy my time. So, where were we? Why did I come here again? Brilliant! Just great. Truly, I wish I'd thought of it. Off with you then. I'll make sure everyone arrives safe and relatively sound in the Hollow City.
thanks to you.
There's the hero who freed the researchers from the Library of Dusk. Well done, friend.
As soon as I can take a break, there's so much...
A secure vault makes for a
This one and his beloved mate sought shelter, but there was none to be found. Nabi, she didn't make it. Now I lack the will to go on. Our children will grow up without parents. They will be poor and destitute, and probably die young and alone. Did you run into the Dremora? Did you make them suffer for what they did to this one? To poor Nabi. Acheron's hopes that you killed many of the unclawed dung sacks. This once beloved Nabi dropped it while we ran from the Dremora. Acheron's never thought he would see it again. It must be a sign. Ernabi doesn't want this one to give up. Thank you. Thank you for giving Acheron's the strength to go on living. This one shall miss you, my beloved. But this one must not despair. This one has children, young ones that depend on me. Acheron shall find a way to return to them. On this pendant, so Acheron swears.
I need your help.
The great and wonder. Greetings. This magical projection presents my current plan to my allies. Separated and alone, I decided to complete our mission, personally. I entered the Black Forge through a side door with the intention of destroying the great shackle beyond. In case it needs to be said, the Black Forge creates all of Molag Bal's vile weapons, including the Dark Anchors and the Great Shackle. With the Great Shackle destroyed, the threat of the plane meld should come to an end. No need to concern yourself. I'm sure I have this well in hand. I imagine I've already destroyed the Great Shackle, and even now we're celebrating our victory over the Lord of Brutality. Yes, I'm sure that's what has happened. I need your assistance. What a ridiculous question. I am the Great Mage's essence of health. The Daedra captured Vanis. They plan to use him to power the Great Shackle. To prevent this, Vanis divided his essence into 3 fragments. Vampires feed upon this essence and weaken it. Kill the vampires and collect the energy they siphoned from me. Restore that energy to me and I can easily break free of these flimsy bonds. When Vanis Galerion was captured, he cast a spell that divided him into his 3 essential essences: health, stamina, and magicka. I am the Great Mage's health. Set each of these essences free, and we can make the Great Mage whole once more. While we are the essences of the Great Mage, we aren't the Great Mage himself. Not exactly. Separated into fragments such as this, we are weak, vulnerable. It wasn't long before we, too, were bound in magical chains. The Great Mage is a virtual powerhouse of magicka energy. The Daedra want to use that power to speed up and complete the plane meld, finally merging Nirn into Cold Harbor. But make no mistake, Vanis has simply delayed the inevitable with this ploy. returned. I had almost given up hope. Yes, I can sense its reinvigorating presence. Give it back to me and I shall free myself. Follow my light to the slave quarters. Then we can recover our essence of stamina. Time to reforge the essences of the Great Mage has arrived. The essence before you has been used to feed the slaves and keep them working. Talk to the slaves and convince them to release my energy so that I can break free. If the slaves refuse, there is another way. The slave's taskmaster used a device to rip away my energy. The device can recover the energy, but doing so will destroy the soul-shriven you target. However, the device only works from a distance. Get too close, and you can't target a slave. What can I tell you that you don't already know? Vanus Galerion is the most famous, most powerful, most daringly courageous mage in the Mages Guild. His legendary exploits are, well, legendary. Weren't you listening? He's the Great Mage. There isn't anything he can't accomplish once he sets his mind to it. This particular conundrum is merely a minor bump in the road. Makes things more interesting.
I hate this so-called existence. I think the more pertinent question is, why aren't you more depressed? Why hasn't this... I hate this so-called existence.
Not a chance, Dunghead. It was given to me. Go find your own.
Do what you must, but I'm keeping this energy. It gives me the strength.
I saw you eyeing my fire. It isn't very warm, but it's all we've got. Why? You don't look like you need it. Without it, I'll grow weak and wither away. Wait, that's what you want to happen. You want to hurt me. A great mage? A great mage is the reason I'm in this godforsaken place. I knew you were out to hurt me. Well, the Taskmaster gave me this energy, and I'm going to keep it.
I wish we could take longer breaks, but the work never ends. And what will you give me in return? What do you have that will keep me whole and strong enough to do the work that is required of me? Oh, and how will that help me? No, this doesn't sound like any deal I want to be part of. Now leave me to my work before I call the Taskmaster.
Did you succeed? The Great Mage himself couldn't have done any better, but don't tell him I said that. After you return my energy, I will break free. The last fragment is trapped in the foundry. Follow my light and I'll show you the way. So we can finish our mission. 4 seals contain the magic that binds me to this machine. While this essence is locked in place, they siphon my energy into the forge. Vanus divided himself to prevent them from using his considerable energy to power the Great Shackle. It didn't stop them from plugging this essence into the forge, however. Unlock the 4 seals and I'll be able to escape this damned machine. They plan to use the Great Mage to provide a considerable boost of energy to complete the plane meld ahead of schedule. Vanus divided his energy among the 3 essences, making each one worthless to the Great Shackle. It provides the power necessary to craft Moloch Baal's vile implements of conquest, Daedric weapons, dark anchors, the components of the Great Shackle itself. And I am the source of this energy, at least while the seals of binding remain in place. It is a larger, more powerful version of a dark anchor, designed to complete the connection, to draw Oblivion and Nirn together. brittle, less powerful. Then these bindings can no longer hold me. This essence will join you, and then we can find the physical form of the Great Mage. Through the boiler tunnels waits the mighty Guardian, Kothutwilk. Defeat the Guardian and open the cage that holds our physical form. I can lead you to the Great Mage. Just stay close and follow my light.
The mage belongs to me!
Stamina returns. How I've missed you, old friend. Much better. Now, follow me out of this foul place. Then we can talk. Perhaps I shouldn't have attempted this by myself. Yes, the Great Shackle, where the plane meld begins and ends. I thought I could deal with it on my own, but I was wrong. You have restored me, released me from captivity. With your continued help, we can end this threat once and for all. The time has come. The Great Shackle must be destroyed. Stay close and follow my every command. Taking down the Great Shackle, the primary conduit for the plane meld, requires precision and the careful application of destructive spells. As it so happens, I am a master of destructive spells. This won't be easy. Is there anything else you want to ask me before we move out? What can I tell you that isn't obvious? The Great Shackle is the ultimate version of Molag Bal's Dark Anchors. A massive weapon capable of completing the plane meld of its own accord. It would be a fascinating device if it wasn't so terrifying. They wanted to use my energy to power the shackle. That indicates to me that the shackle utilizes some form of energy. Disrupting that flow of energy may be key to destroying the Great Shackle. I'll know more once we get inside. Have been able to pull portions of Nirn into Cold Harbor. The Great Shackle has the power to steal our entire world! A barrier spell on the door? How pedestrian. Give me a moment and I'll open the way. I must be weaker than I thought. That took a lot out of me. Once we get inside, you take the lead. I need to conserve my energy for dealing with the shackle. So I leave the hacking and slashing up to you. I'd help, but I need to conserve my energy to deal with the Great Shackle. With these ruffians. We need to hurry. We need to locate the source of energy that provides the power for the shackle. Dead cave bat.
help, and I won't forget this. I'll return the favor one day. You can count on that. I thought I would rot in that cage forever. What an excellent idea! You can count on my help. I'll go find Vanus and prepare myself for battle.
You there! Over here! Would you be so kind as to open this cage? You have my thanks, friend. Someone needs to pay for locking me away in this dung heap. And I need to bust some heads, so I'm going to help you with your mission. I'll find Vanus and ready myself for battle.
The Great Shackle isn't going to destroy itself, you know!
Have at thee, vile shackle. We're going to give you a damn good thrashing.
Defend me while I cast this extremely powerful and fantastically impressive spell! Keep them off me. I have to concentrate, and even the least distraction can be disastrous. Advance! Deal with those creatures! Must I do everything on this mission?
I need healing!
It must be electrifying to watch a master such as I while I work. I need more time. Don't let those creatures get past you. shackle has been shattered! The threat of the plane meld is no more!
Jolly good. And as soon as you deal with the planar vortex, everything will be right as rain.
What? Explain yourself, man. What planar vortex?
The shackle formed a planar vortex, kind of like an oblivion straw that will suck Nern right through and into Cold Harbor. Quite amazing how I knew that.
Enough! We can discuss this back in the Hollow City. I'll open a portal before this entire place collapses on top of us. We have accomplished great things this day, my faithful friend. Was there ever any doubt? Between your skills and my formidable magical prowess, the destruction of the shackle was a foregone conclusion. We aren't finished yet, however. Cadwell claims that we have more to do if we are to truly save Nern. I would love to explore this lost city, but apparently we still have much to do. This planar vortex that Cadwell describes concerns me greatly. Let's head inside and formulate a new plan to deal with this danger. If what Cadwell says is true, our job isn't finished here. And I'm positive we got the Daedric Prince's attention at the shackle. He won't be too happy about what we did to his toys. That means we need to hit him before he hits us. I need to consult with my colleagues in the Mages Guild. We need to gather whatever information we can on this planar vortex. I hate going into a situation blind. Let the mages inside know that I'll be joining them in a moment. I need to finish with Cadwell and the groundskeeper first. I don't know about you, but I find them both to be more than a little, peculiar.
You must be the person who rescued all these people. We were part of Varnus Galerian's group before. Well, before everything fell apart. We appreciate everything you've done for us. The four of us, yes. There were many more, but, well, you've seen it out there. Even our fabled leader was lost to the harsh plain of Cold Harbor. We're all that made it back. What? You've got to be kidding! I saw him being torn away. There's no way they'd let him live. You must have him mixed up with someone. There just isn't any way.
Ah, my old friend. I thought we'd lost you.
What?
So good to see you all again, my friends. I'm glad we all made it here safely.
Barney, you're alive. That's wonderful.
Ah, dear Nalia. My heart fills with delight at the sight of you. Yes, I am safe.
Where have you been, old friend? Trying to win the war all by yourself again?
Well, yes, but I ran into a bit of trouble. Our friend here showed up and lent me a hand.
Well then, you have our thanks. I'm not sure we could have gone on without Varnus.
Cheer up, dear Nalia. I'm here now. But our mission isn't finished. We have to destroy the planar vortex and end the plane meld.
Do you have a plan, old friend?
I know what we need to do. I'm just not sure how we go about doing it. We need to discuss this with the Fighters Guild. We need a council of war.
Reputation can